अपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। जय श्रीमन्नारायण। Swagatam to all the Bhagavad Bandhus for this Corona session of Bhagavatam. We must be thankful for everything that is helping us in progressing ourselves, in enriching ourselves, in empowering ourselves. This pandemic coronavirus helped us a lot in making us to introspect ourselves, who we are and what is ours and how we have to respond at this moment. It is great. We are all trying to understand the way of our great rishis and the history of our own ancestors of this human race, as how they lived, how they acted, and what is the volume of the knowledge they were possessing in those days. Those days, millions of years ago. It is very interesting to understand that people of today are thinking whatever they are able to see, whatever they are able to understand is the whole. We know probably few people who established a theory, got a Nobel Prize, and next year another person condemned that theory, got a Nobel Prize, and after some time another person condemned even that theory, and that fellow also got a Nobel Prize. Means, what is the reality of the knowledge? Is it something what was earlier established, or is it what condemned that theory and re-established? What was the reality? This is very difficult to understand, because we are trying to see the things from the tip of the leaf of a tree. But the great sages of our Vedic lore, they start finding out the things right from the root level, from the seed level. If you understand the seed, you can understand the root. If you understand the root, you can understand the tree. And you can understand not only the things that are visible, but many more things that are still to be understood. We are discussing about a few things from our Bhagavatam as our great seers understood, like the formation of a baby in the mother's womb and how the baby is delivered. We understood a few things about the calculation of the time. We also understood about the formation of the cities, the formation of nations, the formation of villages and towns, and the formation of different colonies and so on and so forth. We are trying to understand a few things. Of course, there are plethora of things which we can discuss, but in the available time for us, let us try to know a little about what the huge universe is. Bhagavatam is basically a beautiful and divine discussion between a great king and a great sage. The sage was a 16-year-old boy by name Sri Sukadev Maharaj, and the king was a grown-up and very disciplined person who was named as Parikshit Narendra. He was the great king. He was in fact got the blessings of Lord Krishna himself and born on this earth. But it is the fate drives the person, not only for him, for everybody. Many people ask, when we are very much devoted to God, why God is not helping us? When we pray to God, minimum of 2 hours a day, why He is not just taking care of our own welfare? The expectations of such people is that God should be at their beck and call, at their doorstep, and just folding His hands and then wait for the commands of those people in just carrying their baggage and provide whatever is needed. Is it the job of God? As if He doesn't have any other activity at all. And how much is the devotion that we have, and how much the either meditation or puja or whatever it is we offer, and how pure it is even in that time of offering, and how we are offering those objects that are using in the process of doing that activity. Each one is a very big question. And for this kind of activity, that God, the one who is beyond this universe and who is subtler than the subtlest and greater than the greatest, Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan, such a one should be at this person and should be attending all his calls. This is the kind of expectation. What is the placement of ours in this vast universe? Did you ever imagine? We live in a 3 square foot area, right? And we live in an X amount of height, and this is a part of a room, and the room is a part of a house, and the house is part of a township, and the township is a little tiny part of the city, and the city is a very small piece of this country, and this country is a small piece of this whole earth, and the earth itself is a small planet in the solar family, and the solar family is an ignorably smaller and so tiny particle of this galaxy. And of course, the galaxy we live in, the Milky Way, Milky Ocean itself is an ignorable particle of this vast universe. And we do a lot puja or meditation and prayer, for which the one who supports this entire universe should be at your beck and call. How great we are. how thoughtful we are. We should think about, ourselves first of all. Where we are. We are in a small body, which we know very well doesn't care our own word. Forget about others caring ours. Even our own body doesn't care our words. And we won't be able to put in a right track. And we expect others to follow us. How funny it is even to think about. The body we live in, we saw many people will not cooperate and will not live long also. It is a tool provided to a person whom we call as a soul or a jiva, atma, to use for certain time so that he can reduce his loads of karmic records and then he can become free. But we think this is forever and this will be with us and we are only this. We forgot that we are inside and we forgot that this is a tool for us so that we can use it properly. Any tool is like that only, my friends. We need to understand about the law of the life. What is the law of the life? You are in a journey and that journey should lead you to a fair goal where at least you will be able to experience something greater than what you experience today. Enjoy something better than what you are enjoying today and acquire something better what you are enjoying today and possess probably better things what you are owning today. And you should have a kind of surroundings probably more beautiful than what you are seeing today. Now, is it the purpose? The purpose of the journey is to improve the standards. I think everybody craves for that. Everybody works for that. Everybody aims at that. Yeah. We always think that my living standards must be improved. If the person is living in a thatched shed, he wants to remove it, make at least a brick house, and then he wants to still improve the standard and then remove that brick house and he wants to have something made of RCC, and some standard still grew up and then he wants to see something made of all plastic. We don't know whether he is improving or whether he is degrading his own standards. First of all, he was living with the nature. Slowly he started moving away from the nature. The more he goes away, the more he thinks he is improving himself. Unfortunate guys, right? Time man blessed with is more valuable. How much time is given to you, nobody knows about it. Scriptures talk about 100 years. Satamanam bhavati. Satamanam. Seems it is 100 years. But our great people said it is not just 100. Adding few other things, it becomes 120 years. We find the life story of Ramanujacharya, who lived for 100 years plus 20 years, 120 years exactly, and then left this abode for good, 120 years. And during that period, with good health and health, which is very, very important, isn't it? How long you live is not important, but how quality the life provides you to survive here is more important. So Ramanujacharya Swami lived for 120 years with good health and informing his people that at this moment I will be living and do this, be like this, and just conduct yourself in this process. He gave a beautiful message and thus he left. I mean, he knows that. And probably we hear the stories of great people, even they also know their time when it is going to be ended. Time ending not to them, time ending to the body. They know that when this tool should be given up. Nowadays we are well aware of the tools that we are procuring from the market. We purchase a material and they give a warranty for 1 year, 6 months or a couple of years and so on. It means you can make best use of that tool. And if you are able to use it for 1 more month, it's a bonus. Use it for 2 more months, it's still a double bonus. But there is no rule that you have to use it forever. Whatever the warranty period is given, that is what it is. But it depends upon our own ability to use it, whether we reduce the warranty period or we enhance the warranty period. Use it properly, you can enhance the time. Or abuse the system, you reduce the time, right? So also the body. Body is given for 120 years. And if you properly use it, you can enjoy the full length of the life. But if you do not use it properly, if you abuse it properly, then you see the wrath of the nature, of the body as well, because it starts becoming adamant in following your instructions. So you say, come on, stand up. It says, sorry. And you want to see properly, and it says, oh, sorry. Everything is becoming two, sometimes 3 and 4, something like that, So, and then every part of the body, when you abuse the system, it starts disobeying you. And of course, in spite of your repairs, in spite of doing anything, one day it leaves you. You should leave that too.
శివగాయత్రి ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటర్స్ ఫర్ సబ్మెర్సిబుల్ పంప్స్ మీ గృహ వ్యవసాయ పారిశ్రామిక నీటి అవసరాలకు స్పైరన్ మరియు కోర్సా సబ్మెర్సిబుల్ పంప్స్ మరియు డిస్ట్రిబ్యూటర్స్ ఫర్ వాటర్ సాఫ్ట్నర్స్ హిమజల్ ఆర్వో ప్లస్ ఆల్కలైన్ వాటర్ ప్యూరిఫైర్స్ శివగాయత్రి ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్.
For us, in this situation, we all know very well how we are abusing the systems, by way of eating things, by way of creating the things around, by way of our style of living. Everything is something, modified. And that is causing a lot of damage. Many people experienced that after this pandemic. Coronavirus, isn't it? So, at least after once you got experienced, you should try to rectify a mistake and see that it is kept again on the track, on the rails, so that the vehicle moves properly. The journey becomes smooth. It is up to us as how best we'll be, using it. But remember, whatever the little time that you are provided with, it's not the question of 120 years, 100 years, or 10 years, or 1 year, or even 1 minute. How proper you are able to use the time is very, very important. Earlier, we used to think, no, I am just running short of time. So run, 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 run. It's a rat race. But now we realized we have a lot of time in our hand so that we can do many more things. Of course, everybody realized that time is available if we want. Office people who probably the IT guys, they realized, yes, keeping those IT guys in back home and ask them to work from home, we can do a lot more things. It is a relaxation for them, a relaxation for the people who are running the offices, and relaxation for other people who are providing the services too. Everybody is happy. Work also is growing more. That is interesting. People start thinking, oh, what is the better way for us now to do? That's for that field. For other field, when the lockdown was imposed for almost 1 month or 1.5 months or 2 months, and of course much time in some other areas, then they realized without visiting everyday doctor also we'll be able to manage our own health. And some people realize without visiting the market also we'll be able to manage our own home. People got realization in many, many ways. You understand? Earlier, every day they used to see the crowd the roads and crowd the hotels and crowd the hospitals, and everything was happening. And during this period, everybody realized, yes, without crowding also, we are, fairly able to manage the systems. We are able to use anything when it is more and more inevitable. Otherwise, try to restrain yourself. Be contented with what you have. It's not that you have to stop the progression. Not at all. You need not mistake. You need not stop the progress. You can allow the progress, but while enjoying the things. Without abusal, if you are able to enjoy properly, yes, whatever the extent it is needed, enjoy to that extent. And when it is not really need, then stop it. Don't try to satisfy the greed, but try to satisfy the need, which will be good. This is a kind of realization a man need to acquire. Then you can use the time properly. You can use it for many other better purposes. Time, very, very precious. I think there is an old story, and probably many of you must be aware of. As somebody said, God has given you X amount of money every day. You cannot deposit it. You cannot, fix it, and you have to consume it. If you won't consume, it will be finished for the day. It will not be extended to the next day. Probably you must be knowing this story, right? It is X number of seconds a day. Each second is more valuable. If you do not use, you just can't store it. You can't bring it back. Use it to the extent possible in a better way, in a useful way, not only to you, but also to the society around. There, of course, they said, the value of a year, a student knows. Value of a month, a mother knows. Value of a week, a magazine guy knows. Value of a day, X body knows. X person knows. Value of a minute, a person who missed the train knows. Who missed the flight knows. Whose gate was closed will be knowing. And the value of a millisecond, one who lost his gold medal will be able to realize. This is an old story only. It's not a new thing. The purpose of telling that is every moment is very, very precious and it's very, very valuable. Don't waste it. Don't misuse it. Don't abuse it. Srimad Bhagavatam so beautifully starts a nice story talking something about the value of the time. We know very well, the king Parikshit was given 7 days of time. After that, he should leave the body. It was a curse, of course. And then he did not feel sorry for that. And he did not start, crying also. He knows the fate cannot be changed. We have to go through. Anyway, we have to give it up. Why should we cry for that? And try to use the available time in a better way, by doing which at least the future will be better. Future, life after life, or life after death will be better. Again the question comes for us, will there be a life at all? We also discussed about it during these sessions, isn't it? We talked about the Pancha Agni Vidya as how the life continues for the soul, not to this body. This body came with a purpose, done that purpose, it should be given up here itself. Some people tried, to take this body, to go along with the body to the other worlds, and then they faced so many problems, Trisenku was the one who wanted to go with the body to the other world, and then he got something inexplicable fate. And there was another person called Sambhuka in Ramayana, who also, knowing that this body should not be taken to the other worlds because this is made for this world. You understand? This is made for this world. So use it here only. Don't try to take it to other worlds, because it's not useful there. Suppose, imagine, if you take the currency of a country to other country, do you think that it is carrying any value there? No. Use that currency there only. And if you want to go to other country, see that it is exchanged. Change it to that currency so that you can make better use of it. Otherwise it carries no value at all. Even dollars. Some people think dollars are universal currency, but it's not. If you bring the currency to a country like India and without any information and saying, oh, this is my currency, you will be in trouble. You will be caught up. You will be kept somewhere. So even that is not, be exchanged. You have to make a probably exchange it with the people who are prescribed, and then you can make it a local currency and start using it. So also the body, it is only meant for this earth, this land only. You just can't take it anywhere else. That's why probably, my friends, that you must be knowing, before you leave this body, don't try to take the organs to other countries, to the other worlds. Like, I think probably almost about 10 parts of a body are more useful to the people of this land only. Like eyes can be donated, heart can be donated, lung can be donated to many people, valves can be donated, kidneys can be donated. Now lungs also can be donated, isn't it? So there are many things that can be donated. So they say these organs, those people in other lands, other worlds, know that they are not useful in those areas. So don't try to take them to that places. Leave them here. Instead of wasting them, see that they should be put in a better use. those who are in need, see that these are given to those people and live through them. Understand? You want to live, right? So, whenever you give an organ to a person, you are living through that person. If you give to 10 people 10 parts, you are, in 10 forms, you are leading your life. So, it's always better before just burning them, see that they are used for some better purpose. Because you just can't take it to the other world. I think probably you must be knowing, Swamiji, people are going to moon, right, with this body. And tomorrow people may go to the Mars also. And after some time they may go to Saturn as well. It's okay. People gone to the moon, but they never wanted to make a living there. They simply returned, after some time they simply returned, that's all. They can go as a visitor, but not as a citizen of other worlds. Because none of these parts are permitted to be to become a citizen in the other planets. Forget about other worlds, even in the planets which are around us. So this body is pretty much confined only to this planet. So before burning it, see that useful parts should be dedicated to good people, to needy people, and then live through them. That is more important. So they can be used. Don't try. There are people who try to take them like that to other worlds. As I told you, Trisenku was one, Sambhuka was the other one. So they, of course, they met with their fate because that effort itself is not appropriate. So I think it was the need of the time to teach them a lesson that this is not a right act. Keep it that aside. Parikshit was given only 7 days of time for his life. So he said, okay, anyway we have to leave this body after 7 days. What is the best thing I can do during these 7 days of time? So that my time will be best utilized here, and at the same time my journey after this body becomes smooth, and then I will be reaching a better place than this. What is an act that I can do like that? He left the kingdom. He went to the forest on the banks of sacred river Ganga, and then he invited all the great scholars and sages of the day. Sages arrived there in thousands and thousands, and there was a big sabha, there was a big assembly. And then he posed this question: Nitaram mriyamananam samsiddhasya vaniyasaha. Nitaram mriyamananam. Anyway, leaving this body and dying is confirmed. It is for sure. It is going to happen. No one can stop. Let them be anybody. Even according to the scriptures, God came to this planet, but still he said, I need to follow the law of this planet. He also left the body and then he's gone. What about other guys? Nowadays it seems in UK, probably somewhere, they are putting some trials on a baby to see that her life will be expanded to almost 2000 years. They are working on the cell to eliminate the unwanted stuff from the cell and make it rejuvenated with great energy, so that the life will be extended to some time, and then it will be again treated, extended, some treated and extended like that. They are trying, able to, of course, afford such a kind of cost, but still after 2000 years, if at all they are successful, even the body should be given up here itself by the soul who is in that body, and I should go. Nitaram mriyamananam, you may live for few hundreds of years, few thousands of years, but still mriyamanaha, you should die. That is the law of this place. Even Dasaratha lived for 60,000 years, it seems, but left the body. Even Rama, 11,000 years, left the body. There was, it seems, a great king called Priyavrat long ago, probably during Swayambhu Manu's period, lived for 2 crores of years, 20 millions of years. Can you imagine? Do you believe it? You should. You should. He lived for 20 millions of years, it seems, but still left the body and gone for good. So, anyway, I am going to give up this body, and I am now samsiddhasya, I am just ready to meet with the situation. I am not scared. I am not worried also. I have no fear at all. I am just ready. That's why Vaniyasaha, I gave up my kingdom, I came to this vana, to this forest. So tell me, what is the best activity in a period of 7 days I can do? Please bless me with that. And then the sages and great scholars assembled there, started discussing what would be the better thing, how something can be done now. 7 days, it's not a big time, it's so short, isn't it? What one can do during that period? Even a single asana we cannot practice, isn't it? We can just, memorize even a single sloka. So, what, this guy can do, they started discussing and thinking. At that moment, this great divine boy, Sri Sukadev Maharaj, arrived. He was 16-year-old, but he is a great viragi. He was a great sthita prajna. And he is well aware of all the scriptures as guided by his own father, Vedavyas, the sage Vedavyas. Casually he came there. Actually he was not invited, nor he was aiming at reaching that place. Just he was casually going, and then they saw him. All they stood, offered their obeisances to this little boy of 16-year-old one. They offered an asana and asked him to sit there, offered the arghyam, padyam, achamanayam, etc. And at that time the king Parikshit asked him, "Oh great sage, Sri Sukamadev, can you tell me in this short time what can I do?" And he asked, Purushasyeha yat karyam, what is to be done by a person, mriyamanasya sarvatha, who is confirmed to be died. Anyway, you are going to die, isn't it? Have you ever seen anybody living for long? We saw our fathers, we saw our forefathers. We know about their own forefathers as well. All they lived for some time. Of course, they left a legacy for us, but they left the bodies and gone for good. Very recently, just we gone through a story of a lady who probably during the Spanish influenza time, that is during 1918 AD. 1918 AD. She was there as a little girl. She was affected by that and somehow survived. And now also during this corona pandemic period, also she got affected. Great God, she survived and she is able to remember, yes, I saw this, I saw that too. She is almost seems 105-year-old lady, it seems, is coming in the news.
కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ రంగాలలో దశాబ్దపు అనుభవంతో కస్టమర్ల మరియు శ్రేయోభిలాషుల మన్ననలను నమ్మకాన్ని గెలుపొందిన సంస్థ విఆర్ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. నాణ్యతకు నమ్మకానికి మారుపేరు విఆర్ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. ఇండిపెండెంట్ హౌసెస్, అపార్ట్మెంట్స్, విల్లాస్ అన్ని రకాల హంగులతో అలరించే అద్భుతమైన వెంచర్స్ తో పాటు అందరికీ అందుబాటు ధరలో సొంత ఇంటి కలను సాకారం చేసే నమ్మకమైన సంస్థ విఆర్ఆర్ కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్. Please visit VRR Constructions, Varatex Plaza near Radhika Theatre, ECL X Road, Hyderabad. Call to 9100885552, 9100885559.